Hello guys, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations coming to you with a continuing fall series candy corn style. Our first DIY will be a candy corn birdhouse sign. Hey guys, today I have a birdhouse, a wooden birdhouse, just a little sign thing with welcome on it. I'm showing you that I'm going to paint the top white, two outside yellow, and the center in orange. And currently I'm going to be able to, or try to, take that welcome sign off. Of course, I'm in trying to get this off, it's being stubborn, so I have to get my heat glue gun out and work on it, try to get it loose. I finally managed to get it off of there, and I'm going to try to get the rest of those pieces of the sign that got left stuck on there. And it come off pretty good. In a little bit you'll see that I pick up the sandpaper to take care of that particular problem. Currently I'm getting ready to paint it white. So we'll start on the roof. And I think I'm going to end up having to put 2 coats of paint on it. It's really pretty after you get done with it, but because it was such a dark green, I do have to put 2 coats. I'm going to paint the roof white. It takes a little bit of time, so of course I've sped this up a little bit so you don't have to wait forever watching me paint. Man, I wish I could paint that fast, but you know, it is what it is. Then I'm taking the inside edges. Found a little dirt on that side, so I can just make sure that I got all inside, all the dark green that was on there before. I want to make sure it turns white. I have to get me a small brush and get into those little dinky areas that you can't reach with them bigger brushes. Make sure it's all painted. All the green is now painted white. Now that I've got all the roof painted white, I'm going to take a sanding block and try to get the rest of that piece of that sign off of there. Just keep scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing until I can get it to where it's a fairly smooth surface and not dirty, to where the paint will stick good. Now I'm going to get the color Maze by Waverly. It's the colors I'm using for my candy corn design. And I'm going to paint the right side, or it's my right side when I'm standing there, right side and left side in the yellow. I'm going to paint all the side, all the thing, then the sides of it in this particular color. You have to take your time because there's wood on the top of you, wood on each side of you, so just take your time doing it as carefully. Well, you see I wasn't so careful, but I'm going to put the orange over top of that. So if I'd already had the orange on, I probably wouldn't have been a happy camper right there. But since I didn't, just keep on trucking. Now you paint the sides. I think I do go back. I don't show it on camera, but I do go and put 2 coats of paint on all the white, the yellow, and the orange. But currently, right now, what I'm doing is just painting all the sides areas. And I'm going to get a small brush and paint that inside area. These brushes were donated to me by my brother Stephen, which I very much appreciate. And they do fit in these little teeny tiny spots and make the painting of those areas a whole lot easier. So if you need little brushes, by all means, get you just a tiny set of little flat brushes. They come in very, very, very handy. And there is the other side. Taking my time, just actually enjoying recreating this project. It was an old thing that I had in the, a new old thing that I had in the storage. You know, as I've been saying, trying to go through redoing them. And finally, I'm back. I've got all the orange, all the yellow painted, and I'm getting ready to put this welcome sign back on our project. And that will make it, I don't think I do anything else to it. I think the welcome sign is all I put on there. Might find me a little bird at some point in time and put on it, but right now that was the finished project. I think she turned out really pretty. It just makes a simple but strong statement in all of our crafting stuff that you can take anything and make a good thing out of it. This has been Kincaid Special Creations. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Pictures to follow. DIY number 2, candy corn planter. Hello guys, this is the next project. I'm going to take these 2 little planters and paint them in the orange, yellow, and white. We'll begin painting with the white on the top. It's a little bit of a lot of painting in this video, so please overlook all the stuff. I just wanted to walk you through all the steps so that you'll know how detailed it was. I'm just painting all the thing white and going to let them set off to the side. It's a wonderful little idea, the candy corn thing, but it was a lot of painting. There I was running out of paint, so I have to put some more paint in. And then I'm going to set it down and paint the tops of them so that it's a finished job. You don't want to leave the tops unpainted. And that way you can just set them off to the side for a second. We're going to paint the bottoms yellow, but right now we'll just set it off to the side. That way we can get it all good and done. This little house is what's going to go on in the inside. It's already white, but I wanted to give it a little refresh paint of white. That way it can, it'll look good. You don't want to put new yellow and new orange paint on, leave the old nasty white on there. So I'm just upgrading that white paint. These were a set of birdhouses that I got at a yard sale. This one is white to begin with. The other one is a gold color, so the paint doesn't cover as well in one coat, so I'll have to put a couple coats on it. But I won't do that all on camera. I'll just do the one, showing you the one parts that I do, and then we'll go through and do the other one. Now I'm back to the yellow. I'm going to put the yellow on the bottom, trying to get as straight a line as I can. I'm not going for perfection here. I'm going basically for cuteness and getting the project done. And I know I'll have to put more than one coat of the yellow. The yellow never hardly covers in one coat, but again, I won't do that on film. I just wanted to let you know that, oh, maybe I do. We'll find out together here in a little bit. I'm just continuing to paint this yellow. Then I'll set it off and let that yellow and white dry. And then I'll come back in a little bit with the bottom of that birdhouse, painting it yellow. And then coming back now, I'm going to go to the center because all that is dried now, and I'm going to paint the center orange. Now this is a little bit more tedious because you have to really pay attention and try to not smear the paints that are above and below you. So I'm taking a little bit more time. So we're going to start painting this one orange, taking a little bit more emphasis on trying to keep it between the lines. I never was the wonderfulest colorer in the world. My mom always got me a coloring book every Christmas till I was 16. But I did like to color, even if I didn't always stay in the lines. It's a very good hobby to get into. My hobby, of course, is crafting, collecting crafting supplies. I also do family tree, but there are a lot of different hobbies out there. You could do puzzle books, you could do walking, you could do reading a book, you could do watching, playing a game, watching YouTube. Anything that keeps your mind off the craziness that's going on would be an absolutely wonderful event. There's too much crazy going out there, so if we could just keep our minds occupied and keep going. I know that's what I do. Yeah, let's just keep painting this planter, putting the orange in the right direction that it needs to go into trying to keep it separated between the two. Now I'm going to do this one. It's a little bit more tedious painting than what you would think. Trying to keep them from smearing one color over the other one. But it does make a beautiful little set of planters with the candy corn theme on it. Hope that you get some inspiration. You go out and you make some. Wouldn't they be pretty if you did them in green and red for Christmas? Or bring in a new color for Christmas and add you some onto that with a little rim on it. Now we're going to continue painting this in the orange. It's Pumpkin by Waverly. And then get a nice pretty color on it. Like I said before, we could do them for Christmas. Now we're back to the little houses, putting a second little coat on that yellow part so that it would be darker and making it look pretty. And we're going to go down and paint the underneath side of that little ledge and then the base of it all the way up so that when it's sticking out of that flower pot you see the yellow as the base color. I really enjoyed painting this. It was a thought process when I was doing it. As you can tell while I'm doing the voiceovers, it's trying to remember it. I did 15 projects for this live, so trying to remember what I'm doing. I'm watching as I'm doing it. Now I've got that little birdhouse, the little gold one that I'm putting a orange, a pumpkin colored house on. Redoing it, trying to take my time and patience to get it inside those little lines so I don't make a horrible mess. Nobody ever does everything 100% perfect, but it's the trying that's the main thing. Now I've got the stuff that's going to go inside. I didn't have any little yellow pumpkins, so I had to take a couple of my white ones and paint them yellow to be able to fill up that thing with all the stuff that I wanted to put in it. And here we go. We now have the bottoms done. I have little window clings onto the back of them and the sides. We'll show you how I cut these pieces of floral foam. Just put them in there so that you can wedge those things in to hold them up in place. I just used a putty knife or whatever that thing is called to cut that floral foam. It cut it beautifully. And now I'm going to put some reindeer moss, I think is what this is called, the little green moss that you get at Dollar Tree. I'm out of Spanish moss, so I had to use that because that's more of a fall thing, but the green moss will work just fine. Just put it in there. I didn't even glue this in, I just stuck it in there. And now I'm going to take the orange pumpkin that comes from Dollar Tree, and they're already on a little stick, but they're too tall for what I want to do, so I'm going to cut the little stick down into a smaller workable version. Stick them on either side of those little birdhouses. Then I put another stick into the yellow ones, and I'm going to put them in the on the opposite side, facing each other. And then I will take those little white cloth pumpkins that also came from Dollar Tree store, and I'm going to put two, one in the front and one in the back. I do go back through and hot glue them so they'll stay in when you move them. But they turned out so pretty. Just a little pumpkin arrangement inside of a planter. Look how pretty that is. I really like those. So I hope that all things are workable, that you try and replicate. Thanks for watching. Here are the pictures of the planters as I did them.